Hello again, Struck Club. Today I'm bringing you another Fall-Winter 21-22 special Struck list. And this one will be dedicated to two-dimensional turn-based games. I've selected a few games, 6 games, so it's gonna be a shorter video. But that would allow me to at least cover a little bit more details for each game without making the video unreasonably long. So I hope you like them. I've tried to collect a variety of two-dimensional turn-based games. Buckle up and let's go. The first game on the list is Ancient Gods. It's releasing on November 2021. I'm starting with this game because it's the only game that has at least a month announced when it releases. It's launching on Steam. In fact, every single game in the list is launching on Steam, with one of them launching on a few other platforms. You'll see when it comes. Developed and published by Hexpion or Hexpion. And there is currently a demo on Steam you can download and play if you're interested. Ancient Gods is a fusion of hero collector and deck building roguelite where you collect your character, fight and experience exciting events. Any character can use all the cards, combine them with the character's passive for ultimate power on your exploration. So yeah, that's pretty interesting as a description, but let's go into detail. Mild strategic turn-based card battler. You no longer have too much headache in having to control many characters as well as confront many opponents. Just focus on the cards in your hand and make perfect decisions in the events you meet on the road. 30+ characters to play with their own unique passive skill. Summon and complete your collection of gods. Classes and skill system. The class system determines the deck you carry, and the skills you learn along the way will give you the freedom to create a multitude of combinations. So yeah, we don't know exactly when, but there's 2 weeks left of November if the game really plans on coming on November. It will be an early access release, so it could be an alpha, it could be a beta. In any case, it won't be the finished game. There might be missing features, there might be bugs and glitches. Obviously there should be if it's early access. Most likely there will be. So yeah, if it sounds interesting, try the demo, and if you like it, maybe wishlist and follow the game so you don't miss out the launch. The second game is called The 8 Sins New Hell Order. It's kind of not your typical turn-based game you might see me make a video about or play or put on my list, but I have every now and then try something different. This game is one of those different games that some of you might like. It's described as a turn-based horror strategy game with RPG elements where the action takes place in hell. Players take lead of one of 8 demonic races that each of them represents one of 7 deadly sins. The 8th sin is a series. I'm just reading this. Release date 2021. Developed and published by a single person, Omegan's Domain. The guy seems to be from Poland, from what I could gather from YouTube. And he is very active on YouTube with dev blogs. There is no actual trailer, sadly, so I had to just download a few dev blogs and just use footage from those. Dev blog 57 was November 13, 56 November 10, so he's active. In terms of the story, for a long time, Plains of Sins was ruled by Pride Queen, but when she got killed in a mysterious way, each one of her ministers decides to become a new ruler and bring a new hell order. Features: 8 playable factions with strengths and weaknesses, 225 creatures, 42 spells, 30 skills, 30 items, pardon me, not skills, 13 items, 29 skills, classic mechanics, rock, paper, scissors, so one race is, or creature is stronger than another but weak to a third one, and so on. And local hot seat multiplayer, if you have someone to play on the same machine with, that's nice. So yeah, fairly large project for one person, it says. But he also wants to expand it, adding new mechanics and increasing the level of evilness. So yeah, if it sounds interesting, keep it on your wishlist and follow it, and maybe when it's out you can try it. Definitely not your typical game, very unique, but it's good to have developers experimenting with unique stuff. Next on the list is Trinity Archetype. It looks actually pretty solid. Trinity Archetype, coming soon 2022, developed and published by Machinator Corp. It is a roguelike turn-based RPG where you fight deadly enemies trying to take over your broken world, analyze upcoming actions and plan your own. Use the unique skill boost and party-inspired mechanics to get the upper hand in battle. In terms of features, there are a few things, but first let's give you a quick intro sentence. Start your journey as the 3 warriors chosen by the ancient archetypes and get rid of the corrupted threats unleashed in your world. In terms of features, as I mentioned, party-based combat. Control 3 unique characters and spend action points to use skills and defeat the enemy party. Unique Inspire mechanic. Once per turn, a party member can inspire their allies in order to activate new interesting effects that can give you the upper hand. Boost it up. Power up your skills during battle by spending boost points. Each skill has extra effects depending on your boost level. Transparent battle flow. Every aspect of the combat and enemy action is on full display, so you can focus on planning the best strategies to approach your turn. Nothing is left to fate. Highly customizable character builds. Level up your characters to unlock new skills. These skills can be enhanced further by equipping runes with different effects found in the game. Equipped runes can also apply different effects depending on your boost level, and there are millions of possibilities to try, which sounds pretty interesting. So even if the game is short, I don't know whether it's short or long, but let's say if the game is short, there will be a lot of motivation to replay the game because of the different builds and different characters you can try and make your team of to repeat and replay the game. Inspire your allies, experience the thrill of challenging battles, and mold your character builds as you desire. There's an official Discord server, there's an official website, and they're also active on Twitter. The website is machinatorcorp.com. So there's some more information over there you might read about the game. So yeah, I'm excited about the game. It seems like my type of game. There is also something worth mentioning. Since October 13th, they opened playtest sessions, and you can request access because it's already full. On Steam, it says join the Trinity Archetype playtest, request access, and you'll get notified when the developer is ready for more participants. That's pretty much it about the game. Moving on to the next one. Now, this game is a personal one where I'm very excited about and I wish to test it. The main reason is because it's developed and published by Goblinz Studios / Goblinz Publishing, which are the developers and publishers of Legend of Keepers, a game I really enjoyed playing through and messing around with certain things there. So, Sandwalkers, a roguelike turn-based exploration game. Build your team, traverse varied hostile environments, face countless dangers, and gain knowledge that will help you find and resurrect the Mother Tree Umama. Release date to be announced, a wishlist soon, that's a wishlist now, that's what it says on Steam. Since they haven't announced the release, most likely, if it's gonna be this year, it will be next month, but most likely not, most likely it will be 2022. Just my guess though, you never know. So yeah, let's read some about the features, some of the features of the game. Guide a caravan of adventurers through ever-changing landscapes. Fight and survive in the face of acid rain, sandstorms and heat waves. Tame hostile creatures, rescue refugees, seek allies for mutual aid, or follow the blood path and loot everything you can. Seek rich arable soil to plant a new tree city for your people. Progress by passing on your knowledge to a new caravan. Repair the broken climate and put an end to centuries of wandering. Additional features. Make choices that will affect your future expeditions. Each character has a different job that greatly influences the gameplay. It's up to you to explore mythical ruins as an archaeologist or track down huge beasts as a hunter. Don't underestimate the weather though. It influences the movements of the characters and the outcomes of confrontations. Exciting game. It seems like they're doing things differently to Legend of Keepers. One thing you would notice different is how the characters are placed on the battlefield and how the battle is done, and then that exploration, hex grid, etc. on the outside world. I think the game has a lot of potential. I can't wait to try it. I've also applied to their, they have testers Corp program, so I've applied there. On their website, which is goblinstudio.com, for the developers, and for the game you add /game/Sandwalkers. There is some more information if you need to, but I think the best place to get information will be Discord. The devs are active there. There are other official channels like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter if you wanna use those. Now the next title is called Dragon Spirits, and it's apparently already finished, but you still can't play it for certain reasons. I'm gonna go into detail about this in a moment. Let's just explain about the game first. First of all, there is a demo, Dragon Spirits Prologue on Steam. You can get it. You can also get the demo on indienova.itch.io/dragon-spirits, where you can also read more about the game. The release date on Steam, ignore it. It says 2020, but the full version will come out in 2021 if everything goes well. This is me quoting from itch.io. You can get more information on the official Discord as well. Now, let's tell you about the premise of the game. While constantly working on a video game without any rest, a college student who's about to graduate quietly slipped into slumber several times. In those lucid dreams, he found himself in the game he was working on, the fantasy world of Dragon Spirits. Now, let's read more about the game's features. First of all, the game was adapted from a self-made board game created by one of the developers. She designed it at her very young age. Her teacher laughed and said that it is absolutely worthless and impossible to become a real video game. Many years later, she made this game for celebrating her graduation from college. Catch, Train, Battle. The core of its game mechanic is inspired by the Pokemon series. Rest assured that our unique design will deliver a distinctive experience. Tactical, challenging, and exciting real-time combat system. But to me, it looks like a turn-based system. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the footage. So I still consider it turn-based one way or another. It says you need to choose the 4 skills for every dragon spirit in your team to create an optimized combination for battles. You must know when would be the best to use them. There are plenty of side quests and challenges to discover and conquer, but be sure to enjoy your colorful school life. You can even reveal the secrets hidden among the history of dragon spirits. There's apparently 100 plus beautiful and characteristic illustrations of dragon spirits from various talented artists. Now, as I mentioned about releasing the game, apparently the game is ready. They're even working on a second game right now. For the first game, they wanted to launch it simultaneously for Steam and for another platform, which on Discord, I'm gonna try and find the information. On Discord, it mentioned something about that other platform they want to launch, and it mentions that on China, if they want to launch a game, they need publishers. So they had some problems with the publishing studio, but then it was sorted, and we should cooperate. It says in China we should cooperate with publishing house to release a game legally. We have overcome all of that, so if all that progress does not get stuck again, you can see the game in 2021. So the second game is made in RPG Maker VXAs, but they customize so many things and it doesn't look like RPG Maker. It also says something about, as I mentioned, where was it? Yeah, they wanted to launch on Steam and WeGame. WeGame is a platform in China at the same time. So they're still waiting for the ISBN of it, which is like a game license in China. So the developer has done all the things for the game, now she's making the sequel. So hope this information was not unnecessary for most of you out there, and it was useful. Developer FHNBHJ, probably some abbreviation, probably some random letters, who knows. Publisher indienova. Release date hopefully 2021. That's it for Dragon Spirits. On to the next. The final title in this list is called Ember I Want. There is no demo, but there is something that lets you join the Ember I Want playtest on Steam. The playtest is probably full, but it says request access and you get notified when the developer is ready for more participants. Release date, it says coming soon, but if you go on their website, which is dynamicellgames.com, it says due to release in 2022. It's currently developed by one person, Alex DC from UK, Derby. You can follow him on Twitter and also on YouTube. About the game, as I mentioned, Dynamic Cell Games is developer and publisher, but the game itself is very strange, very nice, and hopefully some of you enjoyed. Ember I Want is an open world creature collector where you explore the wilderness to hunt and tame creatures. Anticipate and counter your opponent with defensive moves in strategic battles and tournaments. Explore new lands, each filled with new challenges and creatures to collect and breed. So, in terms of hunting, creatures roam the wilds in search for food and water and form herds to protect their group members from the other predatory creatures, and you, by the way, in that group, that seek to hunt them. In terms of strategic combat, it says it's punchy turn-based combat featuring defense move systems for dodge, parry, reflect and more. Synergies for each of the elements, air, earth, fire, water, life and death. Wide variety of moves balanced through consequences. High stakes battles where creatures can die permanently, which by the way adds an interesting flavor to the game. Now, in terms of breeding, each species in Ember I Want can display a dazzling array of colors and patterns, as well as variations that change the full design and color palette of the species. Collect rare gene variants. Breed creatures to get any combination of design, pattern and colors. Improve your creature's stats through selective breeding. Travel to Ember I Want's lush and diverse wilds in search of new challenges and creatures to collect. And there is also a resource management system. Creatures in your collection consume different types of food that you have to provide. Without food, creatures become ill, take damage and eventually die. But don't worry, if you run into any money problems, you can sell some creatures, which both makes you money and reduces your costs. Explore for precious minerals, farm bountiful crops and hunt creatures, all to obtain the items you require to tame your companions. That's a lot of info about Ember I Want. Again, more info on the website dynamicellgames.com. There isn't that much more info, to be honest. I think it's better to just get the info from Steam. So interesting game. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see when it comes out. And this is it for this fall-winter special Struck list dedicated to two-dimensional turn-based games. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Now, the usual reminder, if you're watching this video and if you like it, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell button so you won't miss notifications when I upload content like this or others, such as build videos if I find a game. I've been looking for a while for a game that makes me want to make builds for it, such as reviews / first impressions, such as guides, and such as streams, as well as other types of content. Another thing you can get is memberships on YouTube, which is paid for monthly. That gives you access to emotes and badges that were made by me. And optionally, you can ask me, you have to ask me for that. There is the option to give you tutorials of the basics in Photoshop and Adobe not After Effects. Actually, After Effects as well, but Adobe Premiere. So that's it for that video. Thanks again for watching. Struck Corp. Keep it cool. Until next time and goodbye.